Welcome to Living Well. It's a health and wellness program being brought to you by the City of Columbia's Charles R. Drew Wellness Center. I'm Tezra Hare. I'm your host for today. Thank you for joining me. Today we'll be talking about a lot of different things as it relates to health and wellness. We'll be talking about the Charles R. Drew Wellness Center and what we have to offer with regards to programs and initiatives, and we have tons of them. We're here for you, and we want you to know that. We're located at 2101 Walker Solomon Way, right here in the beautiful capital city of Columbia, South Carolina. Our phone number here is 803-545-3200. We're going to start today off by talking about nutrition. It is March. The month of March is National Food and Nutrition Month. So we're going to talk about nutrition real quick, and then we're going to talk about colorectal cancer awareness, which is also being observed during the month of March. I have a guest with me here today. My expert for the day, it's Dr. Claire Wages. And Claire Wages, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Tezra. Again, I'm Dr. Claire Wages. I am the owner and founder of Back to Essentials, your complete health and wellness center. We're located at 1713 Taylor Street, Suite C as in Charlie, Columbia, South Carolina, 29201. Our phone number is 803-708-9674. We can also be reached on our website at www.backtoessentialsllc.com. Tezra, I'm really excited to get started with teaching people in Columbia how to live healthy and add years to their life. So I'm very glad and elated to be a part of this effort.
And thank you for joining us. And one of the reasons why I wanted to have you here today is you deal with something that's very critical to health and wellness, and we're doing our best to present an overall picture of health and wellness to the community. So many times we omit certain segments, certain pieces. So let's start off, number one, by talking about nutrition. We know that people need to come here to the Wellness Center and take advantage of all this wonderful equipment here that we have in the background, as well as our host of classes and everything. But one component that people sometimes overlook is nutrition. So let's talk about nutrition as it relates to your business, as it relates to bodies in general. Talk just kind of general about nutrition and how important it is.
One important thing that we have to know about nutrition is you have to know what you're putting in your body. A lot of people do not drink enough water. Water is very important. It's the key to life. You have to increase your water intake. You have to get in your vegetables, and I recommend eating them as raw as you can stand them. That way you can maximize on the nutrients that vegetable has to offer. Your fruits and vegetables, it's going to add the fiber to your life just to keep you from eliminating all of those toxins out of your body. I'm not a big stickler on meat. However, meat provides your protein. It is very mucus producing, so when you have that excessive mucus being produced in your body, it's just going to hold on to things. You know how sticky mucus is.
And I guess it's safe to say we just need to be mindful and approach our food, particularly meat, as we were talking about right now, in some level of balance.
Exactly.
You know?
Anything in moderation is going to be fine for you. You just can't overindulge in anything. If you like beef, I wouldn't do it every week. I wouldn't do it, definitely not every day, maybe once a month. Beef stays in the body so long. And there's a misconception about chicken and turkey as well. A lot of people like to think, well, I only eat chicken and turkey. You know, speaking as if it's
and
so
I'm automatically
much better.
healthier, right?
Speaking as if it's so much better, when in fact it's just as tough as beef or even pork. It stays in the body so long, and when you have food that you're taking in and you're not eliminating that food, this is a harboring ground for toxins and parasites and worms. So as much as you're taking in, this is exactly what you should be putting out. Have you ever used the bathroom and just felt cheated afterwards? That's because your body is holding on to all of that food, all of the meat and the mucus and the paste from the pasta and
let's talk for a minute, because Dr. Claire, you kind of branched off into your little area of colonics and all this stuff, so people are probably figuring, well, what's wrong with that lady? She's talking about, excreting and you're losing food, and
that's
a big part.
This is a problem. This is a subject that people never talk about, whether
Right.
they're too embarrassed to talk about it. I enjoy talking about it because I like to see my patients healthy.
Right.
So as much as you're eating, this is what you should be eliminating. And if you're not going to the bathroom every day, that's a problem. You have to eliminate that food that you're taking in. You cannot let that stuff sit inside of you.
Okay, so I'm here at the gym, I'm working out, I'm doing a wonderful job, I'm not losing any weight, you know, I just can't figure this thing out. I've been in here every day for 6 weeks now, and I haven't seen not an ounce leave my body. Tell us what could be some of the possible concerns as it relates to your area, nutrition, or, you know, just the need for more waste to come out of your system.
I would definitely start with measuring your pH to see if you're acidic or alkaline.
Okay.
Fat is very acidic.
And how do we do that? How do we measure our pH?
We have a pH test in my office where I measure using your saliva, and once I take the slip out of your mouth, I just read it up against a chart that tells me.
So it's just a
whether
simple little strip that I place on my tongue.
Takes 2 seconds.
Okay.
And we can tell you in 2 minutes if you are acidic or alkaline. A lot of foods that you eat are very acidic. Your meat, all meats are acidic. You have your refined foods, which are your white foods, the white stuff, white bread, white pasta, white rice.
But I don't like wheat bread.
Well, it's going to be the best for you.
But that's what a lot of people say. You know, we've been conditioned to eat the white slice Merita bread. You know, I got to have my white sugar. I got to have my white rice. I have to have my white grits. And none of those things in their natural forms are actually white. So, we try to educate people here and let them know that you're eating food that's been processed.
Exactly.
Anytime you take food out of its original state, then you're never going to benefit from it as much as you would if it wasn't its original state.
You're absolutely right, Tezra. And another misconception is reading the label that says enriched at the grocery store. The word enriched sounds really rich,
right,
when in fact these products have been raped of their nutrients just to preserve the shelf life.
Right.
So you definitely want to be aware of just being knowledgeable, and that's why we're here, to educate people about the things that they're taking into their body.
Right.
But like white bread are long chains of sugars, polysaccharides. So when you take those into your body, it's been proven through research that refined foods is one of the contributors to diabetes as well, because it's just long chains of sugars that never completely leave the body.
Exactly.
Residue from it stay behind, and years and years and years of eating these refined foods, you have layers and layers and layers of residue left in the colon, and eventually that leads to constipation. It leads to those sugars re-releasing back into the body, raising the blood sugar level, et cetera, et cetera.
Lots of wonderful information, and I know it's a lot to take in. You know, we're going to be here over a period of some time talking about all these things, and definitely we'll have to get Dr. Claire back with us. But you're watching Living Well, and again, I'm Tezra here with the Charles R. Drew Wellness Center. This is Dr. Claire Wages. She is my guest for the day, and we're in the middle of discussing nutrition because March is Nutrition Month, as well as, and we're going to transition to our next topic, which is colorectal cancer awareness, and that's something that you know firsthand about, and you're going to talk to us a little bit more in details about colorectal cancer.
Okay. Well, like we were speaking of in the first segment about the refined foods that you take into your body, just to name a few foods that we know stays behind, some of the residue from that food stays behind, are going to be your refined foods, which are the white stuffs. The white foods, the white rice, the white pasta, the white sugar, white flour. Grease is going to stay behind. Your fried foods, that greasy food, is going to stay behind in the colon. Not everything, but residue from it is going to stay behind.
And how do those things, say that is my normal eating pattern, how does that play into the formation of cancer? Tell us what's happening in the body as cancer kind of evolves from.
Well, when you introduce interference to your body, which is what those layers and layers of old feces is, that's the harboring ground for toxins. That's where toxins are going to go to live. That's where parasites are going to go to live. That's where your worms are going to go to live. Toxins are the underlying cause of all diseases, conditions, and ailments. So you have to detox.
Got the detox.
Okay, you have to detox, and especially if you are if you have a family member who's already been diagnosed with any type of cancer, you already predisposed to it.
So is it too late once you find out that you do have cancer?
Absolutely. It's never too late. As long as you can breathe, it's never too late. Even if you're diagnosed with cancer, that's your chance to start saying, okay, look, I cannot eat unhealthy anymore. I have to get some exercise in. I have to change my diet. It all starts with your diet. Everything starts with the diet.
So you're saying that with regards to cancer, but I guess if you think about a lot of different ailments, because you made mention that a lot of ailments are rooted in the foods that we eat, so you have an opportunity to turn your life around, and regardless as to what you've been diagnosed with, whether it's been high blood pressure or diabetes or high cholesterol, because all those things are rooted in the foods that we take in.
Absolutely, and I firmly believe everything is reversible. You just have to be disciplined enough to say, okay, I have to put the hamburger down.
Right.
Okay, I'm just going to have to put the cigarette down.
Oh, absolutely.
Or I'm going to have to, put whatever down, whatever caused you to get in the predicament that you're in, you have to stop it.
Right.
And it starts with the diet. I know if you've ever been diagnosed with cancer, it's very important to not take in so many acidic foods. You're going to have to leave the meat alone. And a lot of people think it's so tough to leave the meat alone when it's not. I think it's very exciting to experiment with healthy food.
Absolutely.
There's so many healthy foods out there that you can experiment with. It's
a whole long list of opportunities and possibilities.
A long list of opportunities and possibilities when it comes to eating healthy.
And I know if you're out there and you're wondering, I'm hearing the doctor talk, I hear her, Tezra making comments or whatever, I just don't know where to get started. The Charles R. Drew Wellness Center is a wonderful place to get started. We have classes, we have health initiatives. We've partnered with Palmetto Health. We have classes from the Department of Health and Environmental Control. We have a variety of different classes that will help you with food and nutrition, among other ailments and issues that'll give you an opportunity, like Dr. Claire said, to turn your situation around, because she feels like there is nothing out there that's not not reversible. Mm-hmm. So we want you to come into the Charles R. Drew Wellness Center and find out more about the classes and initiatives that we have. And as a matter of fact, if you can't come by and see us, we do have a website. We're at www.drewwellnesscenter.com, and you can log on to our website and go to group exercise classes, and there are a host of classes there. We have chair aerobics, we have flex and stretch, we have the arthritis foundation class that teaches you how to manage your way through pain and fibromyalgia. And like I said, pretty much a host of classes that you can benefit from. So just log on to our website. That's www.drewwellnesscenter.com, or feel free to come by. We're located at 2101 Walker Solomon Way, right here in the beautiful city of Columbia, South Carolina. Give us a call, 803-545-3200.
One thing I did want to add is you were talking about the nutrition and working out and changing your diet. I wanted to incorporate that before you make a conscious decision to change your eating habits and to work out, it's very important that you undo what you've done in the past. That's another reason you may not see results. It's because you have not raped your body of all the toxins that you've put in the past. So it's very important to detox, and detox aggressively before you start to change your diet, or you're not really going to see the results that you're seeking. You're going to get disappointed and
because you're basically just piling the good on top of the bad. But if the bad doesn't go anywhere, the good's never going to be able to, you're not going to maximize from it.
You're not going to be able to absorb the good, just like with the colon. When you have layers and layers and layers of toxins in the colon, and now you have this brand new diet that you've embarked on, and you're eating this nutritious food, but you're not really absorbing your nutrients because you have this interference, this layer of old feces that's in there that's preventing you from absorbing your food. So the most important thing before starting a workout program or getting on a diet is to detox. Get out all of that stuff. Get it out of your colon, get it out of your muscles, get it out of your joints. Just detoxing. And everything that we do at my facility is geared towards detoxing.
Now, what's the benefit? I'm going to ask you that since you brought up your facility, your office. What's the benefit? I mean, can I go to the store and buy some detox tea and it be just as effective as what you do in your office? Or can I do some kind of over-the-counter something to incorporate a detox into my situation? Or what's the difference between that and what you do, and how more effective is it?
The difference from what I do as opposed to going to the drugstore and getting a detox, what I do is physical. So you're going to see your results that day. You're going to feel your results that day. I do not recommend taking anything chemical to do as a detox when your body can do it yourself. You see what I'm saying? I don't recommend taking a chemical to make your body function properly. Once you remove the interference that's causing your body to malfunction,
Right.
your body can function properly.
So the body just needs a little encouragement, huh?
Yes,
It's willing to move it and pass it.
It will move it, just like you do not want to get in the habit of taking laxatives. Years and years of taking laxatives is going to retard your body's ability to void normally.
So you help to enable, and the food and nutrition that we've talked about basically helps to enable the body to function the way it's supposed to function.
Exactly.
And I'm all about that. Let's just keep it natural. You know,
Exactly.
let's get the body to do what it was already created to do, because it was created. You know, if it's not doing what it's supposed to do, then we need to figure out how to correct that.
Exactly.
How to reverse whatever's.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because your mind is constantly, the body is such an amazing organism. Your mind is constantly telling your body, look, you need to be at an ideal weight for your height. But when you have interference inside of your body, you block off all lines of communication. Your brain is not communicating with your body anymore.
Well, I've had that conversation in my head. So I must need to come and see you, Dr. Claire.
Oh yeah, you
Wow.
definitely want to come and see me. We're located at 1713 Taylor Street, Suite C, Columbia, South Carolina, 29201. Back to Essentials Health and Wellness Center.
Well, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you so
me.
much for having me.
That is going to do it for this segment of Living Well, being brought to you by the City of Columbia's Charles R. Drew Wellness Center. Again, I'm your host, Tezra Hare, and I thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, have a great day.